Hello, my friends, and welcome to another Discovery Friday. So this Friday, we are going to be, are you ready? Bowling for momentum. So this is going to be kind of an interesting activity that's going to continue on with our forces, balanced, unbalanced, momentum, inertia. Those are the kind of things we're looking at today, and we're going to make this simple, and hopefully you're going to have a little bit of fun today. Now, what we're going to use is we are going to use regular 2-liter soda bottles. One is going to be, we're going to have a few that are going to be empty right there, and we're going to have some that are going to be full of water, obviously significantly heavier. And what we need is we need 3 objects, roughly the same size, but of different density. So we're going to have things that are roughly the same size, but they're going to weigh different because they have a different amount of mass, each of them. Now, we don't really have access to the triple beam balances and all those things that we want to measure with this year. So we're going to kind of skip a little bit of the math part. I hope you guys don't mind too much, but we're going to skip some of the math, and I'm just going to do it here to kind of show you what we're talking about. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do is we are going to weigh these. We're actually going to find the mass of them. This is what we call a triple beam balance, and you guys might not be able to see that, but on this side, there are 3 beams, triple beam, and if we put it all the way to the side and we put it level, it balances itself right here evenly. So if I were to set this down right here, it's going to balance, and that's going to find itself somewhere in the middle. So we're going to do that, we're going to leave it there, and we're going to weigh each of these things. We're going to find the mass of each of these objects. The cool thing about a triple beam balance is it works on the moon. It works anywhere because we're not weighing gravity, we're comparing mass. That's what these little weights are for, is to compare mass. These things would be identical on the moon as they are on Earth using a triple beam balance because we're measuring what? Mass. Okay, so first thing we're going to start with is our little wiffle ball. Now our little wiffle ball is pretty small. I'm going to see if I can balance that there. It probably doesn't want to sit very still, but I'm going to put it on one of its little holes. Now you can see my beam came up, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my smallest, because I can't imagine this is going to weigh all that much, and we're measuring in grams here. So I'm going to slide that all the way over to 10. Oh, it looks like we're more than 10 grams, so I'm going to slide the 10 gram over to 10, and we're going to work again over here. Oh, too much. All right, you see that balance? You may not be able to see, but the balance came up, and it's at 0, so it looks like this one is going to be 12 grams. This little tiny thing is 12 grams. We're going to reset our balance, and the next one we'll weigh is our tennis ball. Now we're going to weigh that tennis ball, and you see that popped up really quick there. I'm going to think we're going to weigh significantly more than 10. I'm going to start with our 10s here. I'm going to go out here. Oh, I went 60, and it dropped, so I'm going to go back to 50. We're going to move that out here a ways. A little bit further on. Oh, looks like we are at 57. So our tennis ball is 57. So remember our first one, 12, 57, and now we're going to use our base. All right, so we got cut off there, but I was in the middle of saying that we are going to be measuring the baseball next. And so we're going to take our little baseball there. It's well loved. Oh, wait. All right. Forget, we're going to reset our triple beam balance. Put that on there, and I'm thinking we may, this is going to be over 100 grams, so I'm going to start with our 100 here. Looks like we're there. Can I move that over? Oh, I can. So, looks like it takes me to 40, 140. Oh my goodness. Maybe a little bit, maybe 141. 141's too much. 140, 140 and a half, right? So we have, what was this, 12? Was this 57? And 140-ish right here on this. Now, these are our objects. Now, like I said, you can use almost anything to throw. You can use a wadded up ball of socks. You can use a little foam ball. One of these, you guys should have these at home. Remember, I had one of those there. And you should, I don't know, anything that rolls, any kind of rolling ball is going to work for you. But like I said, a rolled up ball of socks works as well. Now, you're not going to be able to measure them, but you should be able to go, okay, well, these are different sizes, right? Which means they're going to have different weights, different masses. What we have here is our first bottle. Now, we're going to actually make our bottle because we're going to try to knock these down. So we're going to take our empty bottle there, we're going to put it on, And are we thinking it's going to be? No, it's nowhere near 100. So we're going to take that, move it out here. Less than 50. A little bit more than 40. How much? 9. Oh. Just about there. Okay. 49. All right. So that is less than our tennis ball. Right? So that's less than our tennis ball. So this one, you're thinking, oh, well, we should be able to knock that down. Right? Tennis ball should knock that down. Maybe even a wiffle ball might be able to knock that down. We're going to have to see about that. All right, and then we have our full one, and I'll tell you right now, this is going to max out. Now, my triple beam balance maxes out at 610 grams. So I'm going to max that out, and watch what's going to happen. I'm going to put that on there, max everything. So we're now 610 grams. That is just chunky. All right, so this is a little bit of chunky right there. That's big. How? Something that's over 600 grams, how is something that is just barely 100 grams, a fifth, less than a fifth of the size, going to be able to take that down? Now, those of you who play baseball, you know how hard these can be thrown. We're going to see if that is even possible. So we're going to do that today. You don't have to fill this completely full at home. If you want to make sure that you can knock it down, fill it half full. Give it a shot. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take these out, we're going to line them up, and we're going to bowl for them. Try to knock them over. Try to knock over the empties, try to knock over the fulls. You don't have to use these. We could, truthfully, we could use little bottles of water. Certainly possible. Now that's nice because if you have these around your house, you could fill this. If you have them in your recycling bin, you could refill it with some water, try to knock it down, empty, try to knock it down. You know, use barrels of monkeys. You got some barrels of monkeys laying around the house. If you got 3 of these, I happen to have 3 of these, but maybe you don't. 3 of those will hold water. Fill those up, drop those down. You could even use like old bottles of sanitizer. You probably have a few kinds of bottles around your house. Now, we are going to stream this live during each period, so tune in and you can watch other people, but I think it would be way more fun if you found yourself some bottles, found yourself some objects that will roll and bowl for you, and you can do that at home. Now, we want to do this. We're going to take 3 balls. Everyone is going to get 3 tosses here, and we're going to roll them. We're not going to full-on baseball. If you're at home and you want to set yourself up a little carnival booth and see what's going to happen with them, but we're going to roll them here. We're going to try to keep it on a little bit of the safe side. But I want to see if we can knock over 3 of these full water bottles and 3 of these empty water bottles, only using 3 balls. So let's see if we're going to do that. Well, that's it today. We are going to have, just for fun, we are going to have a little bit of a lab sheet reflection here. Remember, we're going to fill this out. So which one did you throw first? That's the big question. What order did you throw the balls in at which target? Did you choose to throw the baseball at the empty ball? So I'm going to say, well, I threw the baseball first and I threw it at an empty. You just highlight that. That'll be good. Or maybe you decided, oh, I thought maybe I'd start with the wiffle ball at the empty, or maybe I started with the full. Whatever you want to choose. Which order did you throw them in? And then, why did you choose to throw them that way? What went on in your brain? What did you reason out? You said, well, maybe I thought that this was this, or maybe the heavier would be better against this, or what are you thinking? So explain to me why you chose this order right here, and I want to know in the end, how many empties and how many fulls did you knock down? Pretty easy, right? Not a big problem. You are welcome to watch and tune in, and you can pick someone. You can say, well, I watched Johnny throw, and he did this, this, and this, and this is what I think he did, and this is how many balls that he threw, and this is how many bottles he knocked down. You're welcome to do that, but it's Discovery Friday. I think you probably have it within your power to go out and find 3 round objects and some empty bottles of some kind. They can be soda cans, too. If you have some full soda cans, empty soda cans. Disclaimer on the soda cans. Don't bust them open with a baseball. Your mom and dad might not be happy with that. Hey, water bottles are pretty resilient. You're not going to hurt those too bad. Don't be throwing at glass. No glass. All right, be safe, have fun, and go discover some science. We'll talk to you on Monday.